Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is Good Old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd, a mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Gamecocks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Tennessee's offense will have the first possession of the game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
At the 35, he's got room.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Hoffman. It's complete on the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Volunteers will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Give to the running back. No, he just flat ran over it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll give it to him again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And I don't care if I get it by... by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Hand off from the shotgun. Keeps the legs moving. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
All right, now, if you're the quarterback, you got to know in this game, you better be ready every snap. You better know where the pressure is coming from because this defense is going to bring it from all over the place.
And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the 1st play. You need to be successful and productive on that 1st play, and it gets you in less predictable.
And he breaks into the open. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown Vols! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time it's complete. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Shakes off the tackler. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
The defense selling out to stop it on third and super short. They don't bring him down, Jesse. Next thing you know, he's in the second level.
You're absolutely right. Third and inches like that, if you just get a little crease offensively, it can be a big play. The back that time hit the hold, show out the speed.
Looking at a second and short now. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Gamecocks are rolling down the field. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed.
Nice move. Create some space. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
On the run, still looking. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And they'll blow it dead around the 30-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them. And it slips a tackle, and he's got room. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tackle is made after the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Now the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, the offense are hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He breaks a tackle. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to throw, it's Hoffman. Keeps looking downfield. They'll run the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This offense has a second down play. From the gun, running back on the move. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football. Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right, is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back block.
He's off to the races. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Running with power.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Vols racing to the line in the hurry-up. Power ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills. Stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteer!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Using his feet to buy time. At the 40, there he goes. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. He's got the back in the middle. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And here comes the offense on second down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Working that left side now.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. He got it. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a first down. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Savage. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida is currently trailing in this one, but I'm old enough to remember the comeback Danny Wuerffel led in 1995 to beat Tennessee. So don't rule anything out here today. They're trailing by just 4 to Oregon State.
A little screen to the running back.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Dropping back, it's Hoffman. Still run the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. And the Vols want to crank the tempo. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll ride the hot hand. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. He's looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. Fires downfield. Got his man on the right. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Harmon. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He's going to let it go. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Leaves it with the running back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. The Volunteers will hustle to the line. They'll give it to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll leave it with him. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Hoffman. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Vols! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Looks as if the returner will try and field it. And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
Volunteers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Extending the play. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On his way from around the 50. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but they've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now for this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
He makes the connection. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Vols want to pick up the tempo. Dialing up a second down pass play. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force...
Touchdown, Volunteer! And the beatdown has ensued. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown.
South Carolina, 10.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
We just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He wants to throw. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 6th play of the drive coming up. From the gun, the running back has it. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Coming after, going for it all. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end. It'll be fourth down. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Looking for a productive play on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's got it on the right.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. In your own territory, fourth down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. Shows him the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Vols have this offense rolling. Looking for room. It's Godet. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
After the run, now to throw. He's got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball through.
Reads it, fires complete. They get him down after he makes the catch.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They're going to mark him down, and where that spot is looks as if it's going to be just a hair short of the first down. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the punishment has been extended. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
He'll start the return inside his spot. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missiles.
And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
We've seen throughout this drive success for the offense when they've been running the quarterback. Finally, though, the defense got it right. Everybody played their assignment. They honed in on them, and they got a big stop.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll do it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Savage. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. That last completion sets them up on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex. Because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to the air one more time. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On third down, going up top. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looking to throw on second down. Got his man. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Got a lot of room to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown ball. And the route is on. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking to move it through the air. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he... First down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sideline.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Feeling some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Not one, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game, and this is a beatdown. You know all passes are coming. This offensive line better do a better job.
He's going to get loose. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Line gets set, first down. Power football with the run. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Makes the grab. It's Savage. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it, open.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Lost one deep down the right side. And that ball is picked off. Looking for more room. The 40. He's at the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Volunteers. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 12 over Charlotte. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Savage. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. 3rd and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. A little release to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. The 20. going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if he'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go...
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Offense set on first down. Looking downfield, it's Howard. He caught it! Touchdown ball! And the pummeling has started.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you could do.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. On second down, wants to throw it. Here's trouble, ball's out in the end zone. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defensive touchdown. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is...
You just go to the offense, be like, bro, we don't need you today. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough, so it's been a bad day.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's Harmon. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
It's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.